One of the main reasons I failed far twice was that I did not properly manage my exam time. I gave multiple choice questions more time than they needed, and when I reached the task-based simulations, there was no time left, so the exam time finished and I got timed out without being able to answer 3 task-based simulations which were left empty. In this video, I will give you a super time strategy for the CPA exam in order to be able to complete the CPA exam within the tough 4-hour limit assigned to each exam. So, are you ready? Hey future CPAs, this is Ala Abudaya. I'm a licensed CPA in the state of Colorado and an AI CPA member. I also help students pass the CPA exam and become CPAs. If this is your first time here and you're interested in becoming CPAs, start by subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell in order not to miss any of my videos. Having a time strategy for the CPA exam is an important issue and a key element to the CPA exam success. A lot of CPA candidates underestimate the importance of the CPA exam time management and don't realize the benefits of knowing when you need to be at the end of each testlet when taking the exam. Putting a time management strategy isn't always a top priority for students who focus on studying the material and preparing for other areas of the CPA exam. In this video, I will give you some time strategies for the CPA exam to help you beat the time limit of the exam and finish within the allocated time in order to pass the exam. The trick when it comes to time management is to plan ahead the time you want to spend on each testlet. So you must know in advance how much time you must spend on each testlet. Each exam has 5 testlets, and you have 4 hours to complete all testlets. You can't start a new testlet until you have closed the current testlet. And once you close the testlet, you can't go back to that testlet. That means you need to allocate enough time to finish and review each testlet before you close it. The amount of time allocated to each testlet varies according to the type of questions in this testlet. The first 2 testlets are multiple choice question testlets, and the remaining 3 testlets are usually task-based simulation testlets. Usually task-based simulation testlets need more time than the multiple choice question testlets. Here is a summary of the CPA exam structure and the time you must allocate for each testlet in order not to get stuck in time. So, each part of the CPA exam consists of 5 testlets. Testlet number 1 and 2 of the FAR, Audit, Rig and Back for the 4 parts is a multiple choice testlet. For the FAR, there are 33 multiple choice questions for each testlet for 1 and 2. For the Audit, there are 36 multiple choice questions. For the Rig, 38 multiple choice questions. And for the BEC, there are 31 multiple choice questions in each of testlets 1 and 2. It is recommended that you give the FAR part 46 minutes for each testlet. So for testlet number 1, 46 minutes, and for testlet number 2, 46 minutes to complete the 33 multiple choice questions. For the Audit, we recommend you give 45 minutes for each testlet to complete the multiple choice questions. For the Rig, 49 minutes for each testlet. And for BEC, 43 minutes to complete testlet 1 and 43 minutes to complete testlet 2. So in average, we can say that that each multiple choice question takes from 74 to 85 seconds. Now, testlet number 3 is a task-based simulation testlet for all the 4 parts. So for the all 4 parts, for the FAR, Audit, Rig, and Back, testlet number 3 has 2 task-based simulations. For the FAR, it is recommended that you give this testlet 30 minutes. For the audit, 34 minutes. For the RIG, 32 minutes. And for the BEC, you can give testlet number 3 45 minutes to solve the 2 task-based simulations. In average, each task-based simulations needs from 15 to 26 minutes each, depending on the complexity of the task-based simulations. So task-based simulations that need higher skills, of course, need more time to solve because they need some thinking and evaluation. So they require more time. Now, after you finish testlet number 3, there is a 15-minute break. This 15-minute break does not count from the exam time. So I recommend you go take this break, wash your face, drink something. You can eat something also to refresh your mind and relax and be ready to continue the exam. Now, after you come back from the break, there is testlet number 4. So testlet number 4 is also a task-based simulation testlet. For the FAR, audit, and RIG, there are 3 task-based simulations. For the BEC, there are 2 task-based simulations. It is recommended that you give the FAR 59 minutes for testlet number 4 to solve those 3 task-based simulations. The audit, 58 minutes. The RIG, 55 minutes for testlet 4. And the BEC, 45 minutes for this testlet. Finally comes testlet number 5. Testlet number 5 also is a task-based simulation testlet for the FAR, audit, and RIG. For the BEC, it is a written communication testlet. So for the FAR, audit, and RIG, the 3 parts, there are 3 task-based simulations also. For the business, there are 3 written communication questions. For the FAR, I recommend you give this testlet around 59 minutes. For the audit, 58 minutes. For the RIG, 55 minutes. And finally, for the BEC, you can give this task-based simulations like around 60 to 64 minutes to solve the 3 written communications. In total, all the 5 testlets, you will find that the total time for all the 5 is 240 minutes, which is 4 hours exactly. So you must finish your time to finish the whole exam within this 240 minutes. If you follow this strategy, you will work within this time and you will finish on time the exam. You will not get stuck in time. So be sure to plan your time ahead. So in summary, the time allocated for each question is as follows. For the multiple choice questions, each question must take from 75 to 84 seconds. For task-based simulations, they take from 15 to 20 minutes each for the general ones. For the more complex ones, they take from 20 to 25 minutes each. The research question takes 10 minutes each. The written communications take 15 minutes average and maybe 20 minutes for maybe the hardest one. When you sit down for the CPA exam, you will see a small countdown clock in the top left corner of your screen. You must keep your eye on the clock and make sure to follow the time strategy you planned before the exam. I recommend you write down the countdown time for each testlet as soon as you sit to take your CPA exam. So for example, testlet number 1, it should be completed as the time reaches 3 hours 15 minutes. Testlet number 2 should be completed as the time hits 2 hours 30 minutes. And testlet number 3 must be completed as the time hits the 2 hours exactly. And then you can go the break and then you can come back and finish the remaining 2 testlets. So this way you will organize your time and you will know how much time is left and how much time you need, if you need to modify your time strategy or you need to speed up during the exam. If you get in the habit of answering practice questions within these time constraints, you will be ahead of the game when you sit for the CPA exam. So make sure to follow this time strategy in order to complete your CPA exam within the time limit and not be timed out. Remember, go after what you want, pass the CPA exam because you can become CPAs and save the world.